Ever you, Andrew Tate, for that matter, we defended your honor because the Sharia called it to. Now the Sharia calls us to put you in your place. There is an Islamic crime problem within the UK. This is an objective fact. Oh, is it? Okay. This should outrage Muslims. Instead, Muslims rush to deny the issue or defend the perpetrators. Do you equate that to Christianity, to Judaism? No, you don't. So can you please tell me, what has groomers, these groomers, or any of them, what connection, correlation, causation do they have with Islam? Please tell me. I want to know. Before you jump on this Islamist thing every 2 seconds. Yeah? Please bring me your evidence.
Just imagine the people back in the day when they would have to travel certain distances for months or even years. What is one thing that they would carry with them? The Quran. Why? Because they did not have it on their mobile devices or their gadgets. Brothers and sisters, imagine you have an app, the Qurani app, which not only shows you how much rewards you get, but reminds you to read the Quran, gives you reminders. Download the Qurani app now and let it testify for you on Yawm al-Qiyamah that you read it wherever you was.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters and dear friends. The Sharia, brothers and sisters, calls us to always defend the honor of any Muslim, whoever it is for that matter. If they are being accused of something, if they make mistakes, we should always assume the best. That's why we know from the Salaf that they tell us that if you was to see your brother's beard drenched in alcohol, you should assume that somebody poured it over them. If you hear one of your Muslim brothers on a mountain saying, I am your Lord and you are my servant, you should assume that he is reading the verse of the Quran. So there's many excuses to be made, when it should be. But when the time comes when you're like, all lines have been crossed, all lines, when an individual like Andrew Tate, who his brother, and if I'm not mistaken himself as well, are donating towards a filthy dirtbag like Tommy Robinson, who is the reason why Muslims are being massacred, the man who committed those acts of killing 51 plus people in New Zealand and wrote Rotherham on it because of their propaganda that this is somehow related to Muslims. Andrew Tate has honest blood in his hands. He does. And many like him. We need to start questioning him and saying, hold on a second, where is your allegiance to? Who's your allegiance to? Because there is a lot of things that we can talk about. We've been ignoring. Why? We've been assuming the best in you. We've defended you when it came to the accusations of the whole court cases against you. When it came to yourself, you would deny, that's the matrix, they're trying to take me out, this, that. You know, don't look at this, oh, they're making stuff up, false witnesses, all this kind of stuff. Okay? And then we said, yep, okay, that's true. And under Islamic law, we have a different system where we judge if one is guilty or not with evidences. So we assume the best in you. Yes? And those cases were dropped. Yes? Even though appealing, they were appealing for that matter or whatever. But we assume the best in you. Then why is it that you, when it comes to the whole issue of grooming gangs or whatever it is that has nothing to do with Islam in any way, shape or form, you keep repeating this Islamist this, Islamist that, Islamist this. Here is Andrew Tate saying, there is an Islamic crime problem within the UK. This is an objective fact. Oh, is it? Okay. This should outrage Muslims. Instead, Muslims rush to deny the issue or defend the perpetrators. Rape is illegal in Islamic countries, punishable by death, as is illegally invading and occupying lands. You can enter Qatar or Bahrain. You can't enter Qatar or Bahrain illegally. There is problems with Islamic crime, which must be accepted before it is addressed. There is nothing that is worse for the reputation of Islam than watching Muslims defend child rapists. And you wonder why Islam is disliked in Christian nations. Who the flipping hell has defended? I don't know if I'm talking about. Hijab even asked him a question and he carries on saying, I know Muslims that say, which Muslim or where in Islam does it tell you, as Muslim, you're a Muslim yourself, that we should be okay with groomers? What the hell are you talking about? What do you mean there is an Islamic crime problem in the UK? Do you say that to all the churches? Your brother, does your brother go and condemn all the churches and connect all those pedophiles who have been raping those kids, burying them, bodies are being found till today, all across Catholic churches, yes, in churches? Is it a Christian problem, crime problem they have? When there's Jewish pedophiles in America running, Candace Owen is exposed, running to Israel for safe haven, do you come and say there is a Jewish crime problem? Why is it that when there's groomers that have nothing to do with Islam, rather they live more of a Western lifestyle with their drugs, alcohol, clubbing, partying, having sex outside of marriage, and crossing all boundaries when it comes to, taking advantage of these girls. What's that got to do with Islam? Do you equate that to Christianity, to Judaism? No, you don't. So can you please tell me, what has these groomers, or any of them, what connection, correlation, causation do they have with Islam? Please tell me. I want to know. Before you jump on this Islamist thing every 2 seconds. Yeah? Please bring me your evidence. Anytime something happens, when the Southport attacks happened, you did the same thing. When the attacks in Germany happened, you did the same thing. Who are you? The question we're going to ask now is who are you being paid by? Who's got what on you? Because this is what it's starting to sound like. What are you on about? I'm starting to think, like, are you on drugs? What is it? Is someone paying you? What is it? I'm gonna speculate all kind of things.